give it up for Josie Joe.
Good evening, and welcome to Ridley's in beautiful downtown Royal Oak. Royal Oak, don't you love the way that sounds? It's just so classy. Another favorite of mine is Pleasant Ridge. That just sounds so peaceful and serene. It makes me kind of question other city names, places like Melvindale. I mean, who the hell is Melvin? And why is there a city named after him? Maybe it's a twosome, Melvin and Dale. Menage a gay, maybe? But seriously, what about Allen Park? Who is Allen Park? And why does Allen Park? Where does Allen Park? And most interestingly, with whom does Allen park? And for you ladies out there, I'm sure you're all wondering about Ann Arbor. I mean, how did she get into the mix? And what was her claim to fame? Personally, I think, and this is just a theory, that maybe Ann was parking with Melvin and Alan and Dale, the whore. And what about these roads in Michigan? They're just crazy. I mean, who is John R? And why is he keeping his last name secret? Is he part of the witness protection program, maybe? And even more puzzling, when you're traveling on the roads, they suddenly change, whether you're going east or west. 15 Mile becomes Maple, 17 Mile becomes Wattles, 18 Mile becomes Long Lake. And then 16 Mile, don't even get me started on that one. I mean, on the east, it's known as Metro Parkway. On the west, it's known as Quarton Road. And then, of course, it's also known as Big Beaver. And you wonder who came up with that one. Probably the guys that were dating Ann Arbor, right? I mean, there is one stretch of road there that widens to 4 lanes, and I hear it's heavily trafficked. But seriously, I mean, driving in Michigan is just horrendous. And if this doesn't bother you, well, then you can just go to hell, Michigan. But honestly, as far as driving, as bad as the teenage drivers are, I think what's worse are the oldies but goodies. You know which ones. The shiny old Mercury Grand Marquis, driven by an old man wearing a hat. And he'll be zooming along at 20 miles an hour, totally oblivious to what's going on, with the left turn signal on. And you tell yourself, aren't they precious? Don't you just want to squeeze their wrinkled little necks? And then you wonder, was the handicap sticker included in the price of the vehicle? Or was that part of the option package, along with the hat? But seriously, driving in Michigan is just, it's crazy. You have to be nuts to be out on the road. And how many drivers do we have out here? By applause. Well, you guys know that when you're driving, you really have to be careful about directions. I mean, you can get directions from a man or you can get directions from a woman, and it's 2 different things. A man will tell you, go 1/4 mile north to the freeway, get off, go east to the main road, and proceed west. And I'm like, okay, do I look like a fucking Boy Scout? I don't carry a compass. woman, on the other hand, she will tell you, okay, take the main road past the mall, turn right when you see the Burger King, and when you see the Payless shoe store in the plaza, that's where you need to be. I mean, that's the kind of directions I can go with. It's ridiculous. And I mean, men will never, ever admit that they don't know directions. I mean, that's why it took, 3 wise men and a star to get to the nativity. A woman would have found it much, much faster if she was on her way to a sale at Bed Bath & Baby Jesus. But really, I mean, who needs GPS? Just give us a 20% off coupon and we'll be there. Thank you. You've been great. Thank you.